Hey, good evening, welcome to Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, we're getting ready for Christmas, and for us that has meant being out on the road quite a bit. If you haven't seen any of the videos, then you will probably be wondering why we would be out on the road. Well, for all of the barangays, that is the little communities, villages if you like, that are around us, you know, there are lots of people who are having a difficult time. So what we've been trying to do is, our main mission is that we would buy, say, 6 bags of rice, and then we would separate those, and with 6 bags of rice we'd probably be able to hit two different communities, which is what we did yesterday. It means being out early in the morning, getting everything ready, being up early and out early then, and usually getting back after dark. So we've gotten kind of used to that. A little bit difficult recently because we've had our issues with our Big Blue. Our Big Blue got stuck in the drive. We came back a little while ago, a week or so ago, and it jammed up in what we call a tunnel. The tunnel is called that way because it was a path that was carved out of the hillside, and in order to make it into something that approached a good incline for at least walking, and for the carabao at that time to get up, it had to be carved in, which means on one side the actual hill, what's left of the hill itself, is like at 5 or 6 feet in parts, so you kind of feel like you're in a tunnel. So it got stuck in there. It's only wide enough to get one vehicle up and down, so that meant that we couldn't get the Raptor out, and so we'd been kind of stuck. In a way, fortunate, our little red, which is a real rattle trap at the moment, that was on loan to our friend up at Zamora, and Michael had been using that because he's having trouble with his truck as well. And the thing about these little trucks is, a lot of people write them off as being very unreliable. In fact, they are terrifically hardy little vehicles, and no vehicle should be put through what we put ours through. We load far too much stuff into it, and every Sunday I put far too many people into it. I thought that it was only about 650 pounds load. My friend Michael says that he's read somewhere that it's 900, maybe 950 pounds load, but that seems an awful lot for a little 3-cylinder engine. So, and it's a tiny truck as well. But anyway, we had some trouble with the red as well. Quickly got that sorted out, but it's losing power tremendously, so we have our issues. Today we managed, as you may have seen the video, we managed to finally get the mechanic here. He came in an old military Jeep, the classical looking Jeep, not an American Jeep actually, it was an Isuzu. But anyway, fortunately, we managed to tow the, don't forget that well, just to remind you, the Blue died on the way up to the house. So the first step was to drift it back. Not an easy task, but we did drift it back and onto the bridge. And that's where it has stood for more than a few days. And then the guys came down today, 2 guys came down. I drove, well, I steered the Big Blue. We dragged it back to a point up the hill that we could actually turn it around, and then we left it to them to do a towing job into the mechanic's shop. So that was today, our little excitement for today. Nothing ever quite as you think it's going to go. But anyway, we went then, and we did some stuff in town which we had to do, picking up stuff and organising our next foray into the communities, which is tomorrow. We're actually having our staff party tomorrow. All of our team will be there, and we're hoping it's a family affair as well. We're going to join in with, I think, with the Village of Hope. That's correct, isn't it, Beth?
We're just going there to do some giveaway and then stop by at the beach. But our small party will be on Tuesday. So actually that's going to be a community call, yes, tomorrow. And then Tuesday will be our staff party, which we'll go to our usual place at Baraka, I think. And all of our team will be able to bring their family along too. So that's an important end of year celebration. It's been a hugely eventful year, and we will be Beth and I will be joining together and doing a Christmas special, going over some of the things that we've managed to achieve and looking at the year ahead. So it'll be a case of the Beatles and So This Is Christmas. and we'll be looking at that. So right now, this is a short sort of update on the day, and we thank you for being with us, and we hope that you have seen some of the kind of thing, even today, that the kind of problems that we go through, that perhaps you wouldn't ever think you would go through in the West. The incredibly steep slope which goes up to the house, which is the killer for, well, it's often stopped when it wasn't concreted. It used to regularly stop the blue and the red, and we would have to leave the trucks there. And actually with the blue, even after we put the 2 concrete strips in, it still used to die and couldn't manage it up there. But then we've had lots of different problems. We do know that that this is a difficult it's a difficult place to live in many ways, but it is for us such a gloriously beautiful place that we accept the downside, which is these difficulties, and we get over them. That's the point. We survive them. And just today I was thinking, you know, for any of the OFWs that are watching this, and I know that there are many, and I know that there are many Filipinas who are happily married with their foreigner husbands and have gone abroad, and I know that they'll be looking back wistfully on some of the scenic shots that we show, and some of the little glimpses of life that we show will be making them homesick, you know. I think it's true to say that if money was not an object, most OFWs, not all, but most, would come home. And my dream is that one day Filipinos and Filipinas won't have to leave the Philippines in order to support their families. How on earth that would happen, I don't know. That would need divine intervention, but I think that's on the way. I think a lot of people are praying for that, and when it's not just when more than 1 or 2 people get together A lot of it is when they think and pray together, when they make their wishes for the kind of future that they hope that they could live in, and when they are united in those kind of thoughts. That's the same as, that is getting together, because we influence our lives with our thoughts. That's my own belief. I'm not alone in thinking that. It's not something that's so unusual. So thanks for looking in. Hope that you're preparing for your Christmas in your own way, and happily so. Bye for now.